Well, howdy folks. Pooch is out here in the shop and he's got some seeding to do. I've got my packet from Jennifer Ocean Homestead. She invited Pretty and Pooch to be a part of the hashtag Growing Groceries 2025. Now, granted, here it is, late March. I've got my seeds. I've got my seed starter. And I've got my little cups here that I'm going to plant the seeds in. I may be getting a late start, but, got to start it sometime. Anyway, this is the first year for Pooch to even be attempting to have a garden. So we're going to give it a shot. Now, y'all have seen some previous videos where I've been putting together these raised garden beds. I got a pile of dirt. But man, oh man, in order for me to get these seeds going, I got to get them started. And now again, I am starting a little bit late, but Jennifer was kind enough to send us some seeds, and also it was Mary's Heirloom Seeds that also sent us some seeds. So I got to get them in some pots, get those seedlings started so I can transfer them. And I'm just hoping I can make it before it's too late. But we are going to get after it. We're going to get this stuff in these pots, and we'll see what happens. Yes, sir. Okie dokie. I've got my little cups here. Now, these are made with some kind of moss that it's good to, they'll biodegrade once I put them in the ground. But you can get the seeds started in these things. And I've got my soil here, seed starting soil. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in each cup, I'm just going to put a little bit of soil in them. Get them full. This is light feeling soil actually, but it's supposed to be some seedling starting. I'm going to try to do this without making a mess. I'm going to get a bunch of these set up. That way I'll be able to plop the seeds in there, and I'm going to somehow try to make sure I keep stuff separated so I'll know what it is. And a lot of these seeds that was sent to me, other than the lettuce, and I know what squash and zucchini is, but a lot of this stuff is new to Pooch. But, he's going to try it along with the rest of his garden that he's got going on out there. Again, it's the first time for Pooch to even do any kind of gardening. But, I think it's the way of the world now. A lot of folks are trying it, and I live out in the country. Pretty and Pooch do. Old Mammy's here with us. So we're giving it a shot. We're going to see if we can grow some of our own stuff out here and hopefully enjoy it as well. But again, I'm filling up these pots with some of this seedling starting soil. Should be pretty good stuff. We'll go over the seeds I got here in a second and let Pooch finish up packing these little pots with the soil it needs to help them seeds sprout and grow. Yes, sir. Now that I've got all my little trays planted out here, I don't know if y'all can see them all, but I've got 5 different sets of these set up. Now the seeds that were sent to me were some, now I may not pronounce these right, but you'll get the gist hopefully. Trombovacino squash. I got a package of squash seeds. I got a package of Sakurima mammoth radish. I got a package of Jimmy Nardello peppers. I also got a package of iceberg non-GMO lettuce seeds. And I also got a package of dark green non-GMO bush zucchini. Those are the packets of seeds I'm going to try to get started in this here trays here. I was also sent a package of freebie seeds calendula mix. Some pretty flowers. Now, I'm gonna be placing these flowers in a different bed, and I'm gonna put these out there in a memorial garden. Well, it's a little flower bed, Pretty and Pooch, made for our son, Benjamin, that we lost several years ago. But we planted a tree out there. We usually put some flowers and what out there, but I'm gonna be planting these seeds because I believe they're annuals, and I hope they bloom really pretty and come back year after year out there. But those are gonna be something separate that I'm gonna put in a memorial garden bed. But now that we got all of our pots planted, our pots filled with the seed starting soil mix, it's time to put the seeds in there. So I'm gonna start off with the Trombavicino squash. Now I did a little research on some of this. Some of it I knew, some of it I ain't too sure of, but you know, these were given to me, and to be a part of this hashtag Growing Groceries 2025 collab hosted by Jennifer Ocean Homestead. So I'm gonna do my best. I ain't gonna guarantee nothing, but I'm gonna do my best. But as we go along, I'll also be showing the rest of our garden that we're trying to grow here. So let me get these seeds out right here. Let me see what we got going on. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to put 1 seed per pot, 2 seeds, or 3 seeds, but I'm just gonna go and see what happens. I might choke them out, who knows? But here comes the Trombavicino squash seeds. I'm gonna drop them in my hands, see how many I got here, because you know, I was expecting a bunch of little seeds, but these are, you probably can't even see them, but this is what we got here. So what I'm gonna do right quick is and I know they don't go deep, so I'm not gonna do them deep, but I'm gonna drop them down in that soil a little bit. It says about 1/4 inch, so I think I'm gonna put three seeds per pot here. One of them's bound to take off, but you know, drop them in there, lightly pat it down. I got 4 pots that I'm gonna be doing them in, 4 pots each. So I may have some seeds left over, I don't know. But here we go, we're dropping these in there. I'm dropping them in each little pot. And I'm gonna do this for each separate seed. Hopefully we get something out of it. But just simply dropping these babies in. And we'll see how it goes. Okay. I am gonna have some leftover seeds, but that's okay. I don't know if they store well, if I can reuse them later, next year, who knows? But there we go. First batch Trombavicino squash in the pots. So let me set these up and mark them. That way I'll know what they are. And we can keep track of them. Yes, sir. Now, if I'd have paid attention, my little pots came with these cool little utensils I could use to, I guess, plop the seeds down in and do a little tending too. I don't know. But they also came with these little tags. I can write what it is in it and pop it in there. But my next seedlings I'm gonna plant's gonna be the Sakurahima mammoth radish. Now these things are probably gonna grow to be mammoth. I'm hoping. But I looked them up and they grow to be pretty big. I've seen it 15 to 100 pounds, so good Lord. I don't know if Pooch will need that many radishes, but I've never even used, ate, or heard of these type of radishes. But, you know, we're gonna give it a shot. So let's take a look and see what these seeds look like. And I'm probably gonna do the same thing. Wow, they're tiny. These are tiny little seeds. So I can't even, I know you folks won't see them if I hold them up, but I got one that kind of got out of the way there. But let me see if I can put you in there, get you. I don't think so. maybe you can right there. But let's put about 3 per pot and see what happens. And being these are small, I'm gonna use my tool that was within the package. We're gonna put 1 there. Actually, I'll probably just pop 2 in there. That way, I'll make sure I got them. I'm gonna put 1 there, 2 in there, and kind of pop that down in there. I'm gonna make another hole. I'm gonna pop a couple in there. And then I'm get lightly, now I do know that once that water hits it, it'll pack them down a little bit as well, but that's what I'm doing. Let me just go through here and pop a couple. Pop a couple. Pop a couple. And pack it down, or not even pack it, but just lightly cover them up. Again, the water, once that water hits these things, they'll absorb and kind of gather around the seeds. They only said about 1/4 inch, so again, Pooch has never done this before, so he don't know. But there we go. Got that one in there. Doing the same. Probably gonna need a couple more seeds. Let me get a couple more seeds for this last little pot. Whoa, I ain't gonna need that many, but pop a couple. I wonder what would happen if I just threw them all out in the bed somewhere. I'd probably have plants and seeds growing all over the place. Bit a couple more right there. All right, there we go. Lightly covered. All right, so let Pooch move these to the side and label them real quick, and let's move to the next ones. Yes, sir. All right, here we go for the next planting. And it's gonna be the Jimmy Nardello peppers. The Jimmy Nardello peppers. Now I hope these things grow up nice because Pooch loves peppers. But let's see if we can get a little side in on them small peppers. I'll probably use all of these right here. I hope you saw them. But let's get the little tool out. Let's get to probing and dropping some seeds. I'm just gonna do the same. I'm gonna probably, I have no idea how much I dropped in there, but you know, this is Pooch's first time. I'm putting about 2 or 3 seeds to each little hole I'm putting there. Whoop, that one got about 5. All right, covering it up. Doing the same. One, 2. One, 2. One, 2. Well, we got a couple more as well. But Pooch loves peppers. Let's go with this one. May not have any seeds left over after this one. Next year, Pooch will get a quicker start on this. You know, the hard part, at least for us, the hard part was getting just an area ready for a garden. I'll show you here in a bit what Pooch has been up to and what he's got going so far. And again, probably getting just a little bit of a late start, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll produce something. At least I hope. Yeah. Yeah, Pooch ain't gonna have any leftover seeds from this. And of course, from what I've read and know, I'm gonna have to probably call out a plant or two if they get going so they don't choke each other out. But there we go. We got those planted. Pooch is gonna label them, get them set to the side and get to the next ones. Yes, sir. Now the next one's going into the pots is gonna be the iceberg non-GMO lettuce seeds. Now these babies are small, so I'm not even sure. I know I'm not gonna pinch off one at a time, or even two for that matter. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work out, but we're gonna get them in here and we're gonna try it. I think I'm just gonna kind of pepper them down in there, if you know what I mean. But here we go. I'm gonna do 3 little holes like so. Man, and I don't even know if this is gonna work or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. Pooch has never done no lettuce, and he's never worked with any seeds this small. I'm just gonna sprinkle some down in there, and we're gonna see what happens. That's what I'm doing. Probably got way more than I need, but you know, it is what it is. Little hole there, because these babies are small. As long as I get some in the ground, I guess. As long as some go in there, we should be all right. And for anybody that's done these before, feel free to drop it in the comments on what Pooch is doing wrong or not doing right, because he doesn't know. That will be better suited next year. And from the looks of these, I know some of them aren't going to make it down in the soil, but you know they might. They might. They're so tiny. I hope a plant don't grow from each one and really choke out the area. But anyway, as long as I see some green growing, I know something's happening. But here we go. We got those in there. Again, I'm going to give them a light patting down to where I probed this little probe down in there. Fill those up lightly. And again, I know some of them are on top, but heck, they might grow off the top too. Once they get sprouting, I'll put them in the ground. But there we go. GMO lettuce, iceberg. Let's see what they do. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. The last vegetable seedling planting that I'm doing is going to be the dark green non-GMO bush zucchini. Now these seeds, they're pretty good size, so this won't be too bad. Let's see here. Let's get a few in my hand here. And again, I ain't sure what goes to what, how many, but I'm probably gonna do this as I've been doing. 2 seeds per little hole. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get some. I'm probably doing this all wrong, but you know, I probably got way more seeds than I need because I'm just not too sure. Popping that hole in there. These seeds again are pretty good size. I don't know if y'all folks can see them or not, but that's what we're working with. I think I'm gonna drop, you know what? These are big. I'm just gonna drop 1 per hole there. One of them's bound to take off per pot, at least, I hope. Maybe doing a little too much, but that's the way Pooch is gonna do it. Kind of lightly cover it. Plug in a hole, drop in a seed. Get in there. Get in there. There you go. Pooch likes zucchini, so hope something comes up here. Drop down in there. Little seed. Little seed. And again, folks, don't hesitate to leave a comment and tell me if I'm doing this right or doing it wrong, just so I know. Pooch can take criticism. But being I don't know, I'm just going with how I think I know. It may just be one seed. And this may be enough seeds to do a whole plot or something. I have no idea, but lightly in there, lightly covered. There we go. And I got a handful of seeds left, so Pooch likes zucchini. And I hope they can be stored till next year, because if they do well and Pooch likes, he'll give it another shot. All right, there we go. Let me get them labeled and set to the side. I'm gonna do my last set of seeds. These are gonna be the flowers. So let me get them in the pots too. Yes, sir. All right, now we're into the flowers. These I'll be planting are the Calendula Mix freebie seeds. And I hope these bloom out real nice and pretty. There was a lot in there. Let me see if I can show you those. I think you could see them. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm even doing this one right at all, but if I need to bunch them up like this or not. I sure hope they grow though. I'm just gonna take some of these and drop them in each little hole I make. And with the remainder of these seeds that I got, because there's quite a few in there too, I'm going to spread them out there in that flower bed to where these are going. So that's going to be how I do these, because hopefully it says they are annuals. So hopefully they are. And I'll have a nice pretty bed of flowers popping up out there around Bub Raw Garden, around this tree that I got planted. And I'll be sure and let you folks see where they're going. Just popping a few in them again. Be a lot of flowers pop up out of there if they do what they should. Let's see here, get some in there, get a few in there, few in there, get a couple in, get a couple in there. Now Bub's garden is gonna need a little work on it too, so I'm gonna be beefing it up a little bit, his little tree area. So hopefully we'll get some more stuff in it as well. But with the seeds left over in here, because there's a lot it looks like, I'll probably poke these around and some all over out there to maybe spread them. Get them spread out all over the place. Get in that hole, get in that hole. But I at least want to show you, I lost one. I at least want to show you folks me putting them in, and that way I can share my progress on how my seeds are doing. All right, let's put what I got left in my hand, because these here I will, and there's a lot still in there it looks like. These I will for sure spread the rest of them out there in his flower bed. But I'm not even gonna label these because I know what they are. And they're gonna go not in a garden area other than a flower bed garden. So we're not going to label these. But anyway, all my stuff is now in the pots. I'll be getting them a little bit of water on them to get them going. So let's move on outside here as I set the rest of this up. That way we'll keep track of it together, and I'll bring you along as I check them out. Yes, sir? Well, alrighty. Now that I got those seedlings planted in the pots, I say seedlings, seeds. I've got them in the pot, so I'm gonna go out here and show you where I put these things. And that way it'll kind of give you an idea. Hopefully this is a good spot where they can get started, and they'll get plenty of sunlight and get them to growing. But let me turn you around and let you get a gander. There you go. I've got them, I even watered them already. Gave them a little bit of water. They're out here on the corner of my shop porch where I think they'll get plenty of sun, not too much, but they'll be able to get a little bit of what they need. So while we're out here, let's go check out the rest of the garden Pooch has got going on as he's trying to start this thing. Yes, sir? Man, have I got a lot of stuff going on out here. As you can tell, I got a pretty good setup of all those raised beds that I've assembled. And I do have a pile of dirt over there, as you can see. But man, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do this stuff. Now here's the little raised beds that we had. And we got some herbs and stuff in that. And all these raised garden beds that I put together. Geez, oh Pete, that was some work. I've got some of the bottom layer already in each and every one of these. And let me tell you, Pooch ain't cut out for that either. Pooch is realizing that he's just not cut out for all this dirt moving and everything. Man, that's what happens when you sit behind a desk most of your day. Now I'm up and moving around quite a bit, but I do tend to be looking at a computer screen a lot of the times. But I've got to get out here and get the rest of this soil put into these beds so we can get some other stuff planted. And man, that was a good pile right there. But Pooch is knocking it out. He'll get her done. Let's get over here and take a look at the garden where those flowers are gonna go. And it ain't much, but it will be as it grows. And it's our little memorial tree that we've got planted for my son, Ben. But let's go get a look at it. Yes, sir. Well, here it is. Michael Benjamin Ross. I called him my Bub-Raw. But this is his little garden that we've got going on right here. Now, it is a new year. We haven't got out here in it really as of late, but gonna be weeding it. I'm gonna be adding a new layer of soil. I'm gonna kind of bring this out around a little bit more. We had some edging around it, but it just deteriorated. So I'm gonna be adding some new soil on top. And this is where I'm gonna be planting those flowers. But that oak tree's growing pretty good. It's actually been one of the best trees that I've planted out here that's actually grown. And grown quite well. It's taken it a bit, some of the others, but it's a getting there. But yeah, that's Bub-Raw garden. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed my first upload for the hashtag Growing Groceries 2025. And for sure, I'll be bringing you back in as we progress. Even bring you in for some more garden updates. But Pooch has got to get after it. He's got other stuff to do today. Hope you folks enjoyed, and don't forget, leave comments down below. Let Pooch know what he's doing wrong or doing right. And hopefully everyone else out there has got a garden growing. See you again soon. Everybody needs a friend named Pooch, and they call me Pooch. Yes, sir. Hopefully some of this grows.